happens. At 13 minutes to 8 o'clock, we say a very good morning to Mr. Nico Kleynhans. Good morning, Nico.
Good morning to you and to the listeners.
So, Nico, load shedding, and we have had to deal with it en masse last year. It's gotten worse this year, and it seems like it's something that's going to stick with us. We don't want to focus on the negative sides of things. We do, though, want to focus on what to do with our limited budget. So let's play the scenario. If I only had 500 Rand, is there something that I could do to make load shedding a little bit easier for myself and my family?
One of the things we discovered was these load shedding lights that you buy at Macro are hopeless because you forget to charge them. And then when the load shedding comes, you now sit with this lovely device that's flat. So we've stopped using those. But you can get a bulb, and Eagle Lighting not far away has those bulbs. And you plug it into an ordinary existing lamp that you have in your home. And every time you switch that lamp on, not only does the bulb shine, but the bulb has a battery attached. And it now builds up that battery so that when you switch it on and there is no power, the light will come on. We have bought 2 of those for critical parts of our home. We've now got lights when Eskom is not working. We don't have to worry about the candles and the cats. And we don't have the annual or the fight that why did you not charge this thing when we had power? So there are a couple of things you can do that are not necessarily too expensive.
And in the process, if I can just jump in there, I've learned the difference between lead acid batteries and lithium ion batteries. And the definite better battery to go for is the lithium ion battery. So anything that has a lithium ion battery in will be slightly more expensive, but it'll work better as well, because the lead acid batteries, they've got all kinds of restrictions and funny things, and you shouldn't charge them too much, and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that.
And that's why those backups that we bought for our computers 3 years ago now last for 2 minutes.
And then they die.
It was supposed to last a lot longer.
True story.
If I had slightly more, about 1,000 Rand, I would go and buy a gas stove. And that's really important because particularly on a Sunday, you're sitting in church, the pastor's preaching. You're worried about he's got to finish because if he takes too long, you're going to get home as load shedding starts. Your family are not going to eat. They're going to be grumpy. It's going to cause a lot of stress. If you have a gas plate, at least you can get cooking started. You don't have to buy a great big unit, but it can make a difference. Also, if you have coffee in the morning, there are fewer family murders if you've had your coffee. And now it doesn't matter that you're getting up to a dark house. You can still have your coffee. And 1,000 Rand, you can get a fairly good system, 2 plates with all kinds of security devices. It is an option. It can be affordable for most people.
And what I was surprised to find out when going the gas route a number of years ago was that you get companies that actually do the thing of you don't have to buy the gas bottle, you rent it basically. So you pay a deposit on the gas bottle and then you just take it and they give you a new one, a filled one. And it's so you're only paying for the gas inside. The first time you're paying for the deposit, but the next time it's just for the gas inside, and it works so well. And you can have it inside your kitchen because it's that small size and it works beautifully.
You're not running risk,
yes,
as you would if you're putting the great big container in.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then if you've got slightly more, around 6,000 Rand. Now that already is going to hit some people, but that does provide you with Wi-Fi continuously. Again, it reduces family stress because everybody can sit on their phone, provided you've charged up your phone ahead of time.
True story.
And you can watch Netflix. It also means the kids can do their homework. They don't have the excuse, I can't do homework, there's load shedding. Because that is used, they've learned, they've built that into their vocabulary. It's going to become part of it. So the next level then really is to get your TV linked, your Wi-Fi linked, so that that part of your family life can go on. And 6,000, you can in fact pay it off. The banks will lend you money on Eskom-related issues. They will do that.
That's brilliant. But there are some people that would say, you know what, I really want to do a bit more. I'm willing to invest more. I'm willing to sacrifice the plans for the end of year holiday, do a staycation, and take some more money. What can we get for 10?
Yeah. A couple of years ago, we put in a solar geyser. Now, we put it in when that was still going to cost us 4,000 rand. We have recovered the cost of that so many times. Even in winter now, when it's inclement weather, we can heat up our geyser with 20 minutes of electricity.
Wow.
The rest comes from
the
what
sun.
The solar panels pick up.
Yeah.
So definitely you should be putting a solar panel on. And again, unfortunately today, shop around.
Yeah.
Don't take the first quote, no matter how nice the guy is when he's talking to you. Check out the options.
Yeah.
But I don't see how a family is going to survive without a solar geyser.
Yeah.
You are not going to get Eskom fixed in 2 years or even 5 years.
Sure.
We need now to make decisions which are going to make us less dependent on Eskom. And up to 10,000 will get you a fairly good solar geyser.
Yeah, and it typically uses solar therm technology where the sun is actually heating the water that's in little black pipes or little tubes or things like that. And it's really great. I can also attest to you will get that money back within a year or two's time.
Yeah. Then if you really want to go big and you've got 100,000, right, you can probably take quite a bit of your house off the grid. So you can operate reasonably normally. And again, you're obviously going to have some kind of inverter. You're going to have some kind of battery backup, but you're going to have panels.
And that's where the saving potentially
That's
comes
where
in,
the
right?
saving comes in. And remember, from now onwards, if you've got surplus energy, you can sell it back to the city.
Yeah.
So you can, in fact, recover part of your money, because in the summer months, you're going to have more energy than you can use. In the winter months, you're going to be using from the city supply. And then if you are one of the fortunate ones who have 200,000, you're basically taking your house off the grid completely.
And that, again, just more solar panels in this case.
Yes.
Probably more batteries.
But that's not open to every household.
Exactly.
But if you have a bond and you go to the bank and say, I'd like to put that cost onto my bond, the bank will allow you to do that. So instead of an interest payment of 17 or 18%, you're likely to get the interest payment of around 9 or 10%.
Okay.
Because the bank sees that as a very low risk, and they will give you according. So there are things you can do. You don't have to take the deal that the solar panel company is going to present you with. They are going to charge you horrendous interest.
That's true.
If you go to your bank, you're going to do it at a much lower rate, and it becomes potentially possible. But we have to recognize that, unfortunately, we are going to have to spend some money to become less reliant, because I do not believe the government can fix Eskom. They can change it and make it look as pretty as they like. You cannot fix this kind of problem in the short term. It's going to take 9-10 years at least to get it going.
And when you look at those solar companies, please do due diligence.
Absolutely.
Check, because I've heard stories of people that have paid deposits and the person just disappears into thin air. So
no,
make
sure.
I
will not pay a deposit. No, I will not pay a deposit. And I want to know where he lives, and I want to know how many teeth his grandmother has, and I want to know 4 of his closest friends before I'm going to risk, based on a Facebook ad, of putting money down.
So please be so careful, ladies and gentlemen, with everything, and do some research, speak to friends, find out, and make sure that you don't get burnt. But some great advice there. So no matter what your budget, there are things that you can do, practical things that you can do to help you and your loved ones. Thanks for chatting to us this morning, Nico. Really appreciate it.